I waited in the quiet room backstage, hands resting lightly on the envelope that carried my name. The hum of the crowd was distant but steady, a soft undercurrent of anticipation that wasn't mine to feel alone. I remembered the messages from earlier. My sister dismissive as always. My mother indifferent. My father liking the comment as if it were a tweet, not a family gesture. I smiled small and controlled and said, "That's fine." It wasn't fine. Not really. But it had to be fine. I had learned long ago that anger would not change them. Patience, restraint, and timing. That was the weapon I understood. As I adjusted my notes and straightened my jacket, I thought about the years of subtle undermining comments that made me second guess. Invitations ignored, achievements minimized. None of it had been dramatic enough to confront directly, but it had accumulated, a weight that settled in the quiet moments. Tonight there would be no words exchanged, yet every slight would find its mirror in consequence. At home, I imagined them seated around the dinner table, laughing, clinking glasses, absorbed in their own world. Their messages replayed in my mind. "We don't have time for your pointless award. We're going to dinner." The words had stung briefly, but now calmness replaced them. I was prepared for my moment. The broadcast began. The first notes of the ceremony music floated through the air, projected onto every screen in the room. The camera cut to the stage. I stepped forward as my name was announced, the lights falling across my face in the way the director intended, highlighting not just presence, but accomplishment. They were quiet, initially unaware. My sister's fork paused mid-air. My mother's conversation faltered. My father leaned forward, uncertain if the image matched the reality he had ignored. The external authority, the host, the judges, the applause of strangers, declared in undeniable terms what they had refused to recognize for years, that my work mattered, that I mattered. I did not smile at them. I did not gesture. I simply accepted the acknowledgement with the professional composure I had cultivated over years of being underestimated. The silence stretched, filled only by the applause, their realization, and the subtle hum of my own heartbeat. A brief flashback drifted across my thoughts, a birthday ignored, a project dismissed, a casual remark that undermined my choices. Each memory was a quiet prelude to the present. Every one of those small slights had shaped this calm, controlled moment. Gradually, their expressions changed from casual indifference to confusion, then to tentative attention. They were forced to reconcile the version of me they had disregarded with the evidence displayed on the screen. It was a slow, unspoken shift of power. I remained composed, the calm observer of a dynamic long overdue for acknowledgement. The broadcast ended. I stepped back from the stage, collected my notes, and walked off with quiet dignity. No one applauded me at the dinner table, but it didn't matter. The authority of the ceremony, the acknowledgement from peers and strangers alike, had established a power shift that did not need to be articulated. I did not gloat. I did not demand recognition. I simply existed in the truth of what I had achieved. Later I reflected on the evening, not with triumphalism, but with stillness. The family would navigate their discomfort, perhaps replay the scene and fragments in the coming days. I would continue my work, my life, and my growth. The quiet empowerment I had earned required no theatrics, no vindictive satisfaction, only measured patience and the undeniable truth of my accomplishments. In the end, it was not about revenge or spectacle. It was about knowing finally that their indifference could not touch the core of my worth. I was recognized, and that recognition was absolute, external, and undeniable. Their frozen faces had been a mirror. The reflection revealed nothing to me I hadn't already known. I had waited, and the world had seen what they had ignored, and that was enough.